They say gold can buy anything, except honor. 13 years ago, a rancher stumbled upon a fortune buried in the red sand of Apache land. He covered it back up, whispered a prayer, and walked away. Now, under the same burning sky, riders are coming, and what they bring isn't vengeance, it's repayment. If you love true stories of courage, mercy, and redemption in the Wild West, like this video and subscribe for more tales where gold fades, but honor never does. The desert stretched endless, a sea of gold and silence. The sun burned low over the mesas, and the heat shimmered like spirits dancing across the land. John Carver, a wary rancher from Dry Creek, rode alone that afternoon. His cattle were scattered, his water low, and the earth beneath him cracked with thirst. When his horse stumbled near an outcropping of red rock, John climbed down to loosen a stone. The ground broke open, revealing something he hadn't expected, a hollow glinting beneath the dust. Gold. At first his heart stopped. He knelt, brushing away sand until the reflection became unmistakable. A vine running deep into the Apache Canyon wall, pure and untouched. His hands trembled. That gold could change everything. His debts, his land, his life. But then he heard it, the echo of drums, faint and steady, rolling across the dunes. He turned and saw figures in the distance. Apache riders, proud and watchful, their eyes sharp as hawks. He froze, heart pounding. They didn't attack. They simply watched. One of them, an elder with braids streaked in silver, rode forward and said, "That gold belongs to no man. It belongs to the spirits who guard it." John looked back at the shimmering stone, then at the elder. He nodded slowly, covering the gold again with both hands. "Then I'll leave it where it lies." The elder studied him for a long moment. Then he said, "Few walk away from greed. The desert remembers those who do." John mounted his horse and rode off, never looking back. But something inside him shifted. A quiet peace, like the land itself had blessed him for doing right. 13 years passed like wind through dry grass. John's ranch weathered storms, droughts, and debt. He never grew rich, but he never went hungry either. Folks in Dry Creek called him the poor man with rich eyes, never knowing the truth buried in those canyons. The Apache still roamed nearby, though the world had grown smaller for them. Rumors of miners striking gold in their lands spread like wildfire. Violence followed, greed carving scars across the plains. One evening, as John sat on his porch watching the sunset bleed into the desert, a dust cloud appeared on the horizon. Riders. His hand went to his rifle out of habit, until he saw their paint, their feathers glinting in the light. Apache. Memories hit him like the desert wind. He stood, heart steady but curious. The riders approached in silence, their faces unreadable. When they stopped before him, the eldest dismounted. The same man from 13 years before, his hair now white as bone. "You remember me?" the elder said. John nodded. "I do." The elder smiled faintly. "Good. The desert remembers you too." He gestured, and a younger Apache woman rode forward, her dark eyes full of calm fire. She carried a small bundle wrapped in deerskin. "You left something once," the elder said. "Now we return something." As she placed the bundle in John's hands, it was heavy but not gold. When he opened it, he found a carved stone painted in ochre and clay, a symbol of protection bearing the mark of the Apache sun. "It is a gift," the elder said, "a promise that our people remember deeds of mercy longer than deeds of greed." John bowed his head, his throat tight. "I didn't do it for thanks." The elder smiled. "Which is why you deserve it." That night, as firelight flickered through the canyon wind, John sat with the Apache around their camp. They spoke of old battles, broken treaties, and the lives lost to greed. The younger woman, the elder's granddaughter, Nayeli, told stories of how her people still feared the gold buried beneath the desert, believing it cursed. "Men die for gold," she said softly, "but none live by it." John nodded. "Ain't that the truth?" Later, as the campfire died, Nayeli approached him again. "You could have taken it," she said. "All that gold. Why didn't you?" He looked into the embers. "I was a younger man then, but I'd already seen too many graves filled by men who wanted more than they needed." She studied him, the firelight dancing in her eyes. "My grandfather says you're an honest man. He smiled faintly. Just a man who's tired of ghosts. The wind carried silence between them, heavy but clean. And somewhere in that quiet, the bond between their worlds, rancher and Apache, settler and native, began to heal, one wordless moment at a time. Morning came golden and still. The Apache prepared to leave, their horses restless in the cool dawn. Nayeli handed John a pouch. Inside were 3 small nuggets of gold, dull, ancient, untouched by greed. "My grandfather says this gold is not cursed," she said. "It is given freely, and so it is clean." John stared at the gold, remembering the canyon, the day he'd walked away. He felt tears sting his eyes. "I don't deserve this," Nayeli smiled. "That's why it's yours." He took her hand, rough and warm. "Tell your grandfather I'll never forget." She nodded, mounting her horse. "Nor will we." As they rode off, the desert stretched silent again. John stood there, holding the gold, not as wealth, but as a memory, proof that mercy leaves its mark deeper than greed ever could. Years later, when John passed on, folks who went through Dry Creek told stories of a strange carving hanging above his mantel. An Apache sun carved in stone, and beneath it, 3 small gold pieces, untouched by time. They said he never spent a single one. And those who knew him best said that, somehow, he was the richest man who ever lived. If you believe some treasures are worth more than gold, like this video and subscribe for more stories of honor, mercy, and redemption from the untamed West.